goes by and I begin to believe in the impossible. I still see my reflection in the mirror. No disappearing act. Looks like I'll live if you can call it that. Every morning I wake up choking like there's not enough oxygen in the room for me to breathe. But then it hits me again how dad jammed a needle into the thin roundness of our family and let out all the air. And now there's none left for breathing. Bastard. Sorry, God. No. I take that back. There is no sorry in it. You try concentrating on the Cold War or Dylan Thomas after your dad moves out. Pretending I don't give a rip is straining my brain, but I'm here going through the motions. Gotta get an education. Yo, blood, says my main brother. Hey, I hear your pops got himself hooked up with some Italian mama. That's cold, man. Tell me about it. Yo, bro, I feel you. And JD means well, but feel me? Not hardly. I wonder if mom remembers that birthday picnic in Central Park, the summer I turned 6. Her red relish potato salad, peppered fried chicken, homemade carrot cake, and Jamaican ginger lemonade were also good. Squadron of ants rushed onto our blankets, anxious for a nibble. So I scarfed down enough or two and then ran barefoot onto the grass. My t-shirt, a haphazard design of rubbed-in relish and cream cheese icing smears. And greasy fingerprints that mom didn't seem to mind for once. I spun myself dizzy, collapsed on the ground in a happy heat, then spread my arms like some chocolate snow angel. Mom and dad laughed, I thought, but when I looked up, their eyes were on each other. I smiled, and for a second, I let them be. I seen dad meditate at the foul line, study to hoop as if his hopes hung there. He was there 7 seconds shy of eternity. Then, easy as you please, send the boy sailing for a sure three-pointer. Even at 10, I knew it was a thing of beauty. One night, more tell than show, he teaches me, when you pray, you dial down every sound except God's voice so that you and he seem to be the only ones in the room. The game's the same. Tunnel in. Lock your lids on the hoop alone. Breathe deep. Memorize the feel of the ball in your palm. Then settle into calm and shoot. So I give it a try, and miraculously, that orange spare whistles through the hoop. Sweet Jesus, I shout, do a jig, and preen in the floodlight of my father's smile. She could be an Egyptian queen. Do a split between Nefertiti and mom, you'll see she's bossy as a queen. I'll tell you that, never mind that she's the size of a little boo pea. By 13, I was scraping 6 feet tall, and she'll still keep me in line. She's tougher than any man I've ever met. I bet dad's new wife doesn't even come close to that. What happened to those good old days? I should have asked that when you dropped by last week for your visit you scheduled. You pawed at my bedroom door, panting for absolution. Hypocrite, I managed to spit out, before anger tied my tongue. My nouns and verbs were locked and loaded for a showdown you were bound to lose. What gospel is it where a father leaves his son? Show me that one, Dad. Run me the lines, the chapters, and the verses. Drum them into me since the time I was able to crawl. Points out the words where God says, divorce is no biggie, that you can dump your kid and your wife, and that's okay. Come on, Mr. God is my rod. Show me. Looking to lengthen the distance between me and home, I trained to 59th Street, jet through the subway doors, and run around Central Park, trying to leave my anger in the wind. What's to get you anyways being mad at God? It's not like you listen. I scream at him. My dad's gone. My mom's a holy mess, so where does that leave me, huh? Alone, like you care. Out of air, I collapse on the new grass, blind to the explosion of spring green. I blink up at the edge of a sketch of skyscrapers, gray on gray, just the way I feel. I rub the wetness from my eyes and I look up at the sky. Then I see it. A plane overhead passing, trailing a sign that says, I am always with you. Matthew 28, verse 20. My heart rate slows. I close my eyes, whisper the familiar verse in its eternity. I am always with you even to the end of age. I let the truth of it in. Feel my thoughts stop spinning and calmly head back to the subway. I'm up and ready to do the deed. I've still got issues with God, sure, and I plan to keep on going to his house to tell him about it. But Mom's is a different story. For weeks, she's rolled over in bed, and as soon as I poke my head in the door and say, Yo, Mom, it's Sunday, all she says is, and so? Once a month, Mom and Dad confer on the telephone, which I prefer, or face-to-face. This time, the scene of our crime is our living room. The two of them divided the atmosphere, each dancing in a corner marked mine. Territory is understood. James, says Mom. Hannah, murmurs Dad. Politeness practice. They quietly discuss who will get me when. Then, certain I'm unaware, they cut their eyes at one of another, as if I'm trapped in the middle, fail to feel the nick of the blade. The other night, Dad and I are cruising across Brooklyn Bridge. That steel and concrete magic carpet stretching between me, home, and the rest of the world. And I'm thinking, there are folks on my block who've never traveled past Fulton. But hey, what do I care? Just back from a Jets game, I'm good and buttered up when, pow, Dad hits me with, how do you feel about having a little brother or sister? He asks if I have a choice. My voice is going into its hiding. I shrug. Feelings off track, mind racing to the next station. We'll be home in a minute. I wonder if Mom knows and if the news left her heart bruised. So, what do you think? My silence is a trick that fails to work its magic. I think it would have been cool if you and Mom gave me a little brother. Got any other questions? Finally, it's Dad's turn to suffer in silence. That's what he gets for asking the impossible.